Okay, a couple of months ago I came up through here with Ted and we looked at our decrepit bridge. And this is a flash forward into the future because we got our decrepit bridge replaced with a new and improved, well, at least it's being replaced with a new and improved bridge. We've gotten pretty far with it. We just laid the tar down the other day. So this is what it's looking like. So if you go back to the other video that I had, and I'll put the link in the description box so that you won't have to go hunting for it. This is what we've got. And it is big. We haven't finished a lot of this, you can see. Guardrails and everything still have to go in. But other than that, this is going to be quite the bridge. I would say it is at least 3 times wider than the original one before we had scrunched it down to 1 lane, and because the sides of the old bridge were falling off, so instead of fixing it, what they ended up doing is they just ran chains around this, and then they put guardrails tighter in, and then they chain these guardrails to that just to make it, I don't know what, who knows, that was a dumb plan. Anyways, in its heyday, it was 2 cars wide. I don't know what this is now. This is, I could land a small plane in here, honestly. And this is not a very big bridge. I could definitely put a Cessna down here. I couldn't get it stopped in time not to hit the public toilet down there, but I could get it landed here. Massive. So we're getting there. And then I'm not sure what's going on here exactly. I think this is, well, yeah, I am sure what's going on here. This is all going to come off because that's on the other side of the guardrail. So this is probably this wide because they are going to have the sidewalk on the inside, maybe? I don't know. Originally I thought they were going to have sidewalks out here, but that is not the case because that's just staging. So maybe instead of an actual sidewalk, they're going to paint a line here. So that should narrow it up a little bit. But looks really nice. They're doing a hell of a job. I'll be glad when we can get over it again, because right now, in order to get home, I don't know if you can see it from here or not, way down there is a little temporary 1-lane bridge. You see it? No, you can't. But you can see a little shiny piece. Good enough. Just trust me. There's a 1-lane bridge down there. It's really crappy, and nobody wants to go over it. But yeah, this is impressive. Be interesting to see what they put in here, because traditionally in the Northeast, what we like to do is completely screw your view. So instead of having a nice view like I have right now, they like to put these solid things in, and so I'm hoping that they're just going to put like posts in. We had a big revolt a couple years ago because they ended up taking, right next to a lakefront property, they ended up taking and they put solid rails in right across with slats. So the slats were probably about 4 inches apart, so when you drove by, it looked like a solid wall, and people went absolutely apeshit. So I'm hoping that it's looking to me like they're just going to do a couple of uprights, and then it's like 3 rails. So won't be too bad, but if you picture having a rail right here and a rail right there, it's still going to kind of suck, I think. But it is what it is. It's definitely going to be a lot wider than it was before. Looks pretty nice, and the approach angle seems to be fairly good as compared to what we had before, because before it didn't quite curve around this much. So you had to kind of like shoot down here and then bang a hard right to get in here. I mean, you're still banging a hard right, but at least you got some run out. So, I don't know. Looks good. I'm impressed with it. Enough of me rambling on. Check out the link below and you'll be able to see what this looked like just before they tore it apart.